It's Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. There's another paid request, this time for Sherlock Bond. And if you're interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, topics, reactions, reviews, re-reviews, randomness, pretty much anything, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this time he wanted me to do a commentary on a film called The Snowman, which I know I reviewed, and I know I hated. I don't remember a damn thing about this movie other than the main character's name is Harry Hole. I'm not kidding. His name is Harry Hole, and no, it's not a comedy or a porn film. So, 3, 2, 1, pressing play. So I apologize that I don't remember a damn thing about this movie, but it's probably for a reason. I remember it being a nonsensical mess that didn't make sense because the director filmed it and then he couldn't finish it. So like the 15-20% of the film he needed to do, they said, nope, money's done. So you're not getting that. Wait, I got like 20% of the movie left. Nope. You do with what you can. And this is like a mystery. So then it becomes confused and discombobulated, and this film flopped, and it was a huge critical flop, commercial flop. It's based on some books that people liked, but yeah. The Snowman. Not Frosty the Snowman, not Jack fucking Frost. The Snowman. And there's a shitload of snow. Again, I don't remember this film, even though I reviewed it. There's a lot of times the bad movies I just kind of delete from my brain. It's kind of like a computer you put in the recycle bin. So turn down a little bit so that YouTube doesn't go crazy.
So, after the Germans surrendered, when did our king return to Norway?
So he's teaching his kid a bunch of BS. There's the mom there.
June 7th,
1945. You fucked up. You get an F on F steel fuck. It's like, hey, do you remember Inglourious Bastards? This is like a very tense scene. Yeah, because this guy's like crazy. He was a cop or something. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, he gets answer wrong, hits the mom in the face. Break his fucking face open with a chainsaw. Kid, stop getting fucking answers wrong. Fuck is that he's picking up? What is he picking up? Okay, he picked up shit to make a snowman. Hey, my mom got smacked by some asshole, so I'm gonna pick up some shit, make a snowman. Now I'm back inside. So again, it's like, okay, what? I'm already confused. I just saw this asshole hit my mom, so I pick up some shit, then make a fucking snowman. You don't want to tell your wife that he's your son. This guy was sleeping, but barely sleeping, just like... Was he jerking off? I mean... Now this guy's leaving. Your dad's an asshole. Okay. Why does he want him to stay? Why do they not want him to leave? I don't understand. Why are they begging for him to stay? He just smacked the shit out of you. Then the kid's like, please stay, please beat my mom up more. What the fuck? Oh, please beat my mom up more, please stay, Mr. Man. Mr. Asshole. And then the mom, why is the mom so... Why is she hurrying to chase him? Why? Are you that desperate for dick? I mean... I'll give you some and I won't smack you. Because I'm not for that. You can smack my ass. Now why is she doing that? Did she die? Did she have a stroke? She must have had like a stroke or something. Kid, do something. I'm already confused. So this guy beat the shit out of both of them. But then they're begging for him to stay for some fucking reason. This girl, I guess she had a stroke in her brain. But she hasn't slumped over. Which I don't understand. No, she's moving her eyes. So now, she didn't have a stroke. So she's like, I'm going to commit suicide this way? I told him that he's your son. He left. You were smacking me, but I chased after you. Then I gave up and decided to drive into a fucking lake. And then decided to just fall into the lake in my car. And I would say it was a stroke, but she moved her head and went... Oh my fucking God. I'm only 6 minutes in. I'm only 6 fucking minutes in. Great, the vodka. Put in the vodka, the trick with the drink in it. Yeah, the vodka is what you need to watch the movie. Maybe if you're drunk, maybe you'll understand it. I'm glad the little girl was like, eee. So this guy is drunk. He's sleeping out here. We don't know why. This is Michael Fassbender as Harry Hole. I don't care if that was in the book. You change it. Why'd you change it? Harry Hole. You figure it out. Rebecca Ferguson. That name sounds familiar. Toby Jones. I've seen him before in the movies. Val Kilmer, who is completely dubbed. I do remember that because he had like throat cancer and then his tongue was fucked up, so they had to redub all of his dialogue. So none of his dialogue in this is Val Kilmer, and he looks bad. He looks really bad. J.T. Simmons, that name passed by. Of course, he was J. Jonah Jameson in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man films. He was also in Zack Snyder's Justice League and such as Commissioner Gordon. Great, this statue wants to fuck the other statue. It says, come back to my place at 1 o'clock. It's the symbolism of the family encased in snow. Just like the... whatever. Watch out, that sack is going to drop. If it gets too wet, it's going to fall through. Based on the novel, I'm sure it makes more sense in the movie, I would assume. Screenplay, 3 people on the screenplay. 3 people. Directed by a guy who... maybe his incompetence, maybe he didn't get to finish the film, maybe both, I don't know. I know he didn't. He said he didn't get to finish the movie, but a lot of movies do get finished. So I don't know what the deal was with this one. This movies that cost $200,000, they get finished. So I don't know. He has a gun there. There's a dog. Breaking Bad. That's weird editing. Went from that guy to close up of the dog, now back to this guy. Trying to get a job for a Breaking Bad revival. Happy birthday, concert dome. Did he miss it? Bunch of paintings, whoop-de-doo. They look like shit. Honestly. I look at the fucking talking, singing fish on the wall in these paintings. Okay, he's looking at this girl. Who is this girl? Former girlfriend, I guess. So I was listening to this whole thing about this tablet and fingerprints from the start, and I don't even remember, does that even come into play, this whole fingerprint tablet thing? Shows how much I remember this movie. Who was that? Yeah, here's the guy that was watching him. Harry Hole. Harry Hole. Like, seriously. The fact that Harry Hole and no one thought, maybe we should change the name? It's not like they've never changed anything from a book when you adapt something. Change the last name. Harry Hamlin. Well, that's an actor, but... Harry Thompson. Harry Simpson. Harry fucking Lebowski. I don't know. Harry... That's a tough thing with doing this, is I have to pay attention. This is a movie that's confusing enough. Mr. Police. You really could freeze to death that way. While you were lying there, I was watching Mummy. By the time you read this, I will have built her a... ... Stickman. Oh, I'm sorry. Snowman, I guess. Well, I mean, I guess. I know what... Okay. Mummy as in... Boris Karloff's the Mummy? We just saw some random kid playing in the snow for 10 seconds. Is that even in this area? We literally cut to 10 seconds of some random kid playing around in the fucking snow. Now we're at nighttime by a church. Was that even part of the scene? Like, yeah, was that when he waited for this girl? Was that when he was reading the? You could have him look over, and then sees a kid, and then cut. Or just said, cut it out. If we don't have the scene before and after, you cut it out. You edit it. It's a random kid playing in the snow for literally 4 seconds. Not even 10, 4 seconds. He read the letter, cut to some kid playing in the snow. 1, 2, 3. Then we're at nighttime and he's by this church, now by this girl. Now I remember about how, this was the editing is horrendous in this movie. Just like, where am I now? And who's that person? Wait, why was that shot in there? Who's that on the ground? Wait, who is that on the ground? Who is that on the ground? Was that him on the ground? Did he see someone that reminded him himself on the ground? So now we're with this lady and someone hit her with a snowball. What the hell did that previous scene have to do with anything? He brought the girl home. The little lady was by a church. Where the fuck, if it wasn't a church. Now, saw someone lying on the ground. I thought that was like a dead body. That was like a scene. Or did he just pass out there? Or did he see someone that... Let's not explain. Now we're with this girl. She got hit by a snowball. She has a thing that's weird. Some phantom hit me with a snowball. Now she's driving away. So I guess this is a bad guy. He's gonna follow. I miss you. Buy me a PlayStation. Well, at least she stopped to text. So she dies because she's a good driver. She actually stopped the text. See, there you go. That's a good person. And now she's going to die for it. Yeah, move. See, she's doing the right thing. Like, hey, come on over. I'm going to put my fucking signal on. Let her live. She deserves to live. She's doing the right thing. Like, bad guys care about that. I mean, it's been done before, but that's an interesting serial killer. Like a serial killer that goes after people who does wrong things, but if you do something kind or you do something nice or you do something sensible, like stop the text on your phone. Push the right button, you can go past. Oh, I'll let you live. Yeah, you texted me, remember? What the fuck is she doing now? That's the killer. Left his fucking cigarette. I think that was the killer who left his cigarette. Okay. Why did she take a picture? She's right outside the door. Why is she taking a picture of that? So that wasn't her. Who the fuck is that? Oh. Babysit, boyfriend, babysitter, whatever the fuck. This guy's pissed. Well, get the fuck out of here then. Was he the one with the cigarette? Was it the killer's? Fuck. Why am I trying? I know this movie sucks. I've seen this film before. I just don't remember anything about it. I mean, there's a lot of good mysteries out there. Some people don't like the payoff of these mysteries, but I do. Like The Game, even April Fool's Day from 1986. Fuck, I mean, even a film like Along Came a Spider, which is not like a 5 out of 5 star movie, but that's way more competent than this. Some people say, well, that's sad. Well, yeah, I like Along Came a Spider for what it is. And then the previous film, Kiss the Girls. I don't know why I can't think of it. There's tons of mystery movies out there. Clue. Okay, here's a snowman. Did she even see the snowman? I already forgot. So that was a whole build-up for nothing. This guy loves sleeping in this fucking, like, he loves sleeping at this spot, I guess. God, this movie is already so fucking confusing. Like, you know what this seems like? A rough cut of Daily Raw footage without any cutting for meaning, purpose, or how do we cut this together to drive a story?
I didn't know they date back that far. I don't know who you are.
We have this lady who's a transfer, just wants to work with Harry Hole. Maybe she likes Harry Holes. I don't know. Come talk to me. No, I'm trying, Sherlock Bond. I'm trying, man. If I didn't mention this was for Sherlock Bond, he sent in a paid request for this. Maybe this little girl will see a ghost that will make this movie disappear. Okay, doesn't she find her mom dead? Spoilers. Yeah, and then she's like a witness. And that's when they get on the case. I was thinking, like, this killer builds these snowmans, but by the time anyone's going to see them, they're fucking melted. So it's like, well, are you just making them for yourself to jerk off to in your mind? Like, some of these snowmen, well, I guess that snowman didn't melt. So, there you go. But I swear, there's some snowmen that he makes and you go, who the fuck is going to see this snowman? You're like hidden it. Who the fuck's going to find this thing? But that one, you know. But like the snowman motif is not scary. That's the thing. Like, even the sticks in the Blair Witch Project. I remember when I first saw that in 1999, I was like, oh, that's creepy. Because the idea of, you know, no redneck is this creative. There was one of the lines. And like, if you're in the middle of the woods and you saw these really weird, ritualistic, simple but creepy designs of these sticks, just it's a multitude of them hanging around in trees, and it's like, what the fuck? I get that, but a fucking snowman? I mean, the whole idea, maybe it's one of those things, it works better on the page, but not as a visual. Because a snowman is that creepy. That's why, you know, they did a horror movie of a snowman called Jack Frost. They did it as a comedy. Because they knew no one would take it fucking seriously. And it works as a comedy. Because, you know, the first Jack Frost is fun in a B-movie range. This, though, with Mr. Harry Hole. Yeah, you keep looking, man. And you know what? I'm doing 2 commentaries tonight, both for movies that seem like shit. I think that's for good news because I'll tell you the story while this is happening. Fuck UPS. Fuck UPS. They don't sell these around here because of the pandemic. I wish, one day they would again. So I would buy them from online. Now, I bought it from one place and they sent the USPS. Alright, it was fine. But now they sent the UPS, and lo and behold, as soon as they send a UPS, it gets fucking lost. So it got fucking lost, and then I had to deal all day. You don't have to wait till Monday and see if we can find it. And then, the person I bought it from, which is a company on Amazon, we're not around on the weekends. Right, so I have to wait with the thumb up my ass on the weekend for you. So, lost my fucking package, lost my fucking... It's soda, it's not automatic weapons. There are people with bombs in fucking packages. They could get their fucking product better than I could get a fucking soda. Pisses me off. Fuck the UPS. So we're on flashbacks of Val Kilmer's character, who hadn't been investigating. Which, by the way, you could barely notice this was a fucking flashback. Like, literally, I'm like, is this happening now, or is this a flashback? It wasn't until later I found out that Val Kilmer, his character's dead at this time, and when I first saw it, I didn't know that was a fucking flashback. Did you? If you don't, now, all this time with Val Kilmer is flashback. It seemed like, oh, there's nothing to note that it was a flashback. And yes, Val Kilmer, he looked horrible because he went through throat cancer, and every bit of his dialogue is dubbed by another person. It's not his voice. I don't understand, if you hire the guy, you would do a bit of research. I get, hey, he went through throat cancer, he wants to work, but if it's that bad that they had to dub it, you would just have to listen to him for 5 minutes and go, yeah, sorry man, we can't use you. That's part of the director's job. The casting tossed you, I'm sorry, that can't work, and that's not going to work, and that shouldn't work. So that was a bad decision on the fucking director. Now, Michael Fassbender was fucking Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh because the girl had a donkey mask. So, I mean, this is a serious case, and I know it's meant to be levity, but to have your main character go, Eeyore, Eeyore. Can't say anything bad about the little girl. It's not her fault. She didn't write the movie. Her acting is fine for what she has to do. I'm not a big Michael Fassbender guy. If I'm trying to be fair, can I really say it's his fault with this movie, with what the fuck happened? I mean, not really. But anytime I see Michael Fassbender, I'm just reminded of Prometheus, how much I hate that fucking movie, especially Alien Covenant, and how much I hate that fucking movie. Just fuck. What the hell is his name in that now? I used to know the android's name. I was supposed to say Cole, but this Mortal Kombat 2021, fucking Cole. Ash, that's the android and Alien. Of course, Lance Henriksen played Bishop. The fuck did he play? I don't remember. That shows how much I fucking gave a shit about those movies. You rant a lot. There's a lot of shitty movies. Movies I like in 2021 so far? Nobody, Willy's Wonderland, Boss Level, which that review will be coming soon. That was a fun film. And Run, Hide, Fight. And this came, what, 2017? I actually want to see, maybe there's some info about this film I can talk about. Oh, I got 26% left on this phone. Shit. Well, I better plug it in. Thankfully, the plug-in's right over here. Please don't blow up. Please don't blow me up while I'm watching The Snowman. There you go. I am looking up info. Let me look up info on this movie, first and foremost. So the mom is missing. Film was a box office bomb, grossing $43 million worldwide against a $35 million budget. Cliched, uninvolving, considered one of the worst films ever made. Director attributed many of the film's problems to the film's rushed production schedule. 15 to 20% of the film's story was never shot. Yeah, and this whole set with Val Kilmer is all flashbacks. You can barely fucking tell. People get confused. People think this is the same timeline. It's like, it's not. Maybe that was the purpose of it? I mean, the initial hope with the film was to create a series in the vein of the Alex Cross film adaptations. Wow. I guess it's appropriate I mentioned Kiss the Girls and A Long Time of Spider. Martin Scorsese was attached to direct? He dropped out 2013. Reshoots, additional filming took place in Norway during the spring of 2017. Our shoot time in Norway was way too short. We didn't get the whole story with us, and when we started cutting, we discovered that a lot was missing. It's like when you're making a big jigsaw puzzle, and a few pieces are missing, so you don't see the whole picture. Well, there's more than a few fucking pieces. And this is so awkward. Like, you have Val Kilmer. I'm sorry, he looked so sick, just stumbling around. That whole scene was done with audio from other people explaining to us who these characters... Oh my god, that guy's here. Now, why is there a snowman on a fucking mountain that no one is going to fucking see except the audience? Who's going to see that snowman other than the audience? And now Val Kilmer found a dead body somehow. He just somehow found a dead body. Cut to pieces. Now we're back to the present time. You know what? I'm going to read this plot so I can understand what the fuck's going on. So, fuck, that's a lot to read. You know what? I might as well, because I'm not going to understand by watching the movie. I'm going to understand by reading the fucking plot on Wikipedia. At a remote cabin, a boy and his mother, Sarah, are visited by an abusive biological father, a police officer named Jonas. Jonas strikes and sexually assaults Sarah, who threatens to tell Jonas' wife about their illegitimate son. Jonas leaves and Sarah follows in her car with her son. Why? I have no fucking clue. During the chase, she drifts to a catatonic state. Why? Letting go of the steering wheel, the boy escapes as the car crashes. Despite his pleading, his mother remains seated and sinks. Years later, Harry Hole is inspector with the Norwegian police station's Oslo district. He struggles with alcoholism and a recent breakup with Raquel, a mother of a boy named Oleg whom Harry loves. I didn't even understand that part. Really? After receiving a mysterious letter signed with a childlike drawing of a snowman, Harry meets new recruit Katrine Brett and accompanies her investigation to the disappearance of Becker, a woman with a husband and daughter. The two find a snowman at Becker's home. I didn't even notice them looking at the snowman. Like they noticed it. Maybe we, the viewer, and the little girl noticed it. Harry realizes that the new recruit, Brett, has taken police files without permission. He learns she's looking for a link between several missing persons cases and another case from 9 years before that was investigated by an alcohol inspector named Gert Rafto. That's Val Kilmer's character. And yeah, I think you find out that Val Kilmer is this girl's father. She convinces Harry Hole to join a new investigation into the disappearance of Sylvia, who they find alive and well at her farm. Shortly after they leave, a masked figure beheads Sylvia, the person they found, with an electrified cable harness. A call comes in requesting Harry Hole specifically, so he and Katrine return to the farmhouse. There they meet Sylvia's identical twin. Sylvia's body is inside her barn and her head atop a snowman. And now we got, that's right, we got identical twins in this. More fucking twins in a Van Damme movie. Katrine believes corrupt businessman, oh, that's J.T. Simmons, to be responsible for the deaths. He's not, so that whole thing is a big red herring. Harry runs into Rocco's new boyfriend, Matthias. Wait, who is Rocco? Who the fuck was Rocco again? Oh, the mother, his ex-girlfriend. The girl that we barely fucking know anything about 37 minutes in, except like he took her home. Runs into a new boyfriend, Matthias, a cosmetic surgeon, and realizes he forgot he had promised to take Oleg on a camping trip the same day. Harry finds that Inspector Rafto, Val Kilmer, died by an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. Harry then discovers the new recruit is Val Kilmer's daughter.
He's still giving you a hard time. If you want, I can talk to him.
It's discovered that the recent victims each visited the clinic of a doctor who also oversees J.T. Simmons' high-class prostitution ring. When Becker's phone is reactivated, the signal is traced to someone's house. Katrine goes to arrest. Who the fuck is that? Valitzin? I don't remember who the fuck that is. She finds the guy dead of a gunshot wound to the head along with the remains of Becker and another missing person. The police rule the death as a suicide and suspend their new recruit for breaking protocol.
So, how are things with you?
Katrine, hoping to trick J.T. Simmons into confessing to killing her father, flirts with him at a public event. He invites her to his hotel room where she sets up a hidden camera but to no avail. She is attacked and drugged by a masked figure who severs a finger on her right hand. The attacker uses the finger to unlock her work tablet and wipe all its data. The tablet. This seems like a really shitty tablet, honestly. The next morning, Harry finds Katrine dead inside a car decorated by the outline of a snowman on its roof. Oh yeah, just like, how the fuck would anyone recognize the snowman on the roof of a car? You'd have to have complete convenience and luck that you would look outside and that it didn't melt, no one bumped the car. That even if you look outside doesn't mean you would notice someone put a fucking snowman face on your car. What if he didn't look out the window?
All she cares about is herself. All she cares about is you. That's why she dumped me. Such a bad influence. She's concerned. Concerned about what?
His ex-girlfriend visits Harry, admitting she's conflicted and misses him. They start kissing, interrupted by a phone call. The next day, Harry remembers Matthias worked at a clinic and realizes he is the killer. I think his girlfriend... I think it's this guy that... well, not this guy, but... his ex's, like, new boyfriend is the killer.
You want her to come? But you're not her boyfriend anymore.
He kidnaps the ex-girlfriend and the kid, take them to a cottage. Harry locates the cottage, finds Matthias holding the mother and child hostage. He's revealed to be the boy from the beginning of the film, hating his mother for abandoning him and eventually targeting mothers whom he judges are harming their children.
So,
Harry frees
the big surprise.
the girl from a cable harness, but loses a finger. Matthias escapes and Harry chases him into a frozen lake. Matthias shoots Harry, then walks towards him. What the fuck is it? Turn this down, this shitty singing. That's just... I could do that too. Pay me. Lost my fucking train of thought. Oh yeah, that's the one where Harry doesn't do a fucking thing. He gets shot, and then the bad guy walks towards him, and then he falls through the fucking ice. And like, great, Harry Hole didn't do a fucking thing. Nature did it for him. Maybe it was Orca the killer whale that did it. The final scene shows Harry, having had his fingers surgically repaired, volunteering for a new homicide case. Fuck. It made 6.7 in the U.S., 36 million foreign, 43 million worldwide. Yeah. The critics, which sometimes I do agree with. Scattered, incomprehensible plotline, lack of direction for his main cast members. I agree with that. 7% on Rotten Tomatoes. A mystery that feels as mashed together and perishable as its title. Snowman squanders his best-selling source material as well as a top-notch ensemble cast. A D by Cinema Score. There's probably a good movie or several buried in the frigid wilds of this fiction. And with more time and cultural nuance and fewer tricks in the kitchen, it might well be realized. Watching this bundled slopsicle of a movie, it's hard not to conclude that somebody let the wrong one in. If the Snowman was merely a chilly, streamlined, precise of a naughtier page-turner, it could stolidly pass muster. The sad surprise here concerning how deftly Alfredson and Strawn previously navigated the former serpentine plot machinations. Oh, Tinker Tailor's Soldier Spy is a snowballing incoherence of proceedings. A leaden, clotted, exasperating mess. They're just like random reviews. Oh, I forgot about this. I think this song is called Popcorn. Because Cinema Snob did a review, I forgot what fucking film it was. This is back when he reviewed more grindhouse exploitation movies. Because now, he'll review like, a new film or a new religious film or Hellraiser 5. But back then he was like these obscure, never heard of movies. And one of them had this fucking song in it. I think it's called Popcorn. Oh yeah, this is the girl that's gonna have the identical the identical sister. Yeah, Rebecca Ferguson. She was in Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, and Fallout. She was in Doctor Sleep. That's right. She's gonna be in the new Dune movie. Yeah, pay attention to the movie. Believe me, you'll understand the movie as much whether you pay attention or not. But again, I will get back to it, I promise. I'm just looking up a few more bits. I think this is Chloe Sevigny. Yeah. I recognize her. What has she done? Well, now the internet on this phone works. Well. Oh, she was in American Psycho. Oh, she was in Zodiac. So these are supposed to be mothers that apparently were doing bad with their kids, and that's why they die? I guess. Fuck if I know, man. Alright. Yeah, okay, if someone put a creepy baby doll out of the blue, I'd be like, fuck this and run away. Not just staring at it. Like, what are you doing? You see this creepy fucking baby doll. Let me look at him. Pick you up from his legs. Fuck do you think you... Very intricate way of doing this. Like, he's taking sweet ass time. I'm glad those cops haven't come back, as I've taken all this fucking time to put this MacGyver shit together to cut her fucking head off while two cops are just outside. Thank God the cops didn't fucking come in and bust your ass. Well, I guess technically they left and now they'll be coming back, to be fair. So, to be fair on that. So, anyway, so I'll take that last bit back. Charge his phone up. That's her identical sister. Sorry for clearing my throat, I apologize. Okay, I could barely see the footsteps, cause, okay, there you go. Now, thank you for showing us the footsteps to make us know why you went out there. Now you show us, thank you. Again, like, the snowman motif is not creepy. Hate to be your bearer of bad news. I don't mind this location. I think it's a cool location. And then you see it's so cold, bits of it have been frozen. And there's something deep down there. I don't know how the fuck the killer... Well, he just dropped it down there. No? He had to go down and make the fucking snowman, right? Otherwise the snowman would have exploded. Wait, does that mean the killer climbed all the fucking way down there, made the snowman put the head up, climbed all the way back when someone... Didn't the caller say, someone called 911 2 minutes ago? Well, maybe she noticed and then... I don't know, man. So the killer climbed all the way down here, made the snowman to put this head on there. But thankfully the guy noticed. Like, what if there was no... Well, I guess the killer knew the cops were there and they'll come back and find it, I guess. I mean, so the killer climbed all the way down that fucking thing, made a snowman, put a head on it, climbed all the fucking way back up. I don't know, maybe wings came out of his ass to do it. See, that's the thing. I understand there are plenty of good movies that you will look at and go, well, the logic doesn't fit because of this, because of that. But here's the thing. There's no such thing as a perfect movie. We all know this. So you're able to overlook plot inconsistencies, plot holes, because the movie, at the end of the day, you want it to be entertaining. Whether it be scary, funny, creepy, involving, intriguing, interesting, characters you love to watch or enjoy or you're curious about, or even if you hate them, you're intrigued by them. If it has none of that, then all you do is notice the flaws. So when people go, well, why is it that you pick on this movie's plot holes and not another? Because that movie did its job in other avenues. That's, and that's of course subjective. Some people can, like, what was it, 7% of people? I would like to, that's an interesting thing. I want to read the positive reviews of this film on Rotten Tomatoes. And if you like the film, that's cool. I'm just curious. Yeah, this is the big red herring with J.K. Simmons, this prostitution ring that goes nowhere because it has nothing to do with it. It's just a big, giant red herring. And yeah, there are movies that have done red herrings. That's why you have the term red herring. But again, if the movie's involving you because of the story, the plot, the finale, the reveal, the characters, you're like, okay. When you're not, you're just, I don't like the film, so I'm going to pick on it any way I want. It makes flaws that you would throw away much more apparent, like a neon sign. Maybe I'm the only one that thinks that way, I don't know. I mean, hell, it's not like people... it's not like Hollywood's ever going to listen to me. I'm a nobody. But hey, it is what it is. So I'm going to look on Rotten Tomatoes. Read the critic reviews. I want to see what the positives are. All critics know. Give me... Oh, really? Okay, I'll flip through it then. Fuck, there's a... Yeah, not many critics liked it. A slushy old mess. And one downhill fast. Dull, uninspired, lifeless, sluggish, and boring. What a mess. A studio film this messy. One of the worst cinematic experiences I've had. This is from Cultured Vultures. A complete misfire. The plot made zero sense. So yeah, a lot of love for this film. Can I find a positive review, for fuck's sake? Oh, here we go. B-, Dennis Schwartz. The gruesome and graphic crime thriller should be a treat for those who love the genre like me, but is let down because both the characters and story are muddled. B-. That's a positive. And I disagree. Can I find another positive? Dustin Putman, thefrightfile.com. The hell is that? Even in his imperfections, the Snowman is unusual, fascinating, no. And warranting of a closer consideration, no. A layered thriller, no. With aesthetic beauty, no. Despair and forlorn wisdom, no. And to both the mysteries and universalities of the human condition. Really? Oh, it's that fucking popcorn movie with Harry Hole's pills. Is this supposed to be like another red herring? Oh, we heard that music. Now this guy's listening to that music. Like maybe he's the killer? What? So even in his imperfections, the Snowman is unusual, fascinating, and warranting of a closer consideration, a layered thriller with aesthetic beauty, despair, and forlorn wisdom into both the mysteries and universalities of the human condition. 3 out of 4 stars. Again, every movie has a fan. And usually I'm that guy. But, not for a film like this. Yeah, that's what, like 2 I found so far? Let me find one more. Let me find one more. Let me find one more. Fuck. And this is right, this is a boring film, and this is 2 hours. It's a 2-hour movie. That's why I have to do stuff like this. It's 2 fucking hours of a broken ass mystery that barely makes any fucking sense. Do you know anything? Do you know a fucking thing about Harry Hole? I don't even know if his hole's hairy, for fuck's sake. Harry Hole. There's really not much in the film that makes me think he's this great fucking legendary investigator either. He's behind what's going on. Girl died under his feet pretty much. I still can't find an... Oh, finally, one more. Urban Cinephile. Andrew Urban. I love the fact that the screenplay and the direction assume an alert, invested audience. There is no dumbing down or overt exposition. What the fuck is he? Most of the movie's exposition. No dumbing down. What? Yeah, give me the full review of this guy. Not found. It was such a bad review as not found. And another person for the Urban Cinephile said the movie was shit. My God, man. This is another positive. Travis Johnson. Everything interesting about the Snowman, well, that's a lie, there's nothing interesting, happens around the main thrust of the plot. Alcoholic detective Harry Hole's search for the title killer is pretty old hat. Much more interesting is Harry himself. No, he's not. A willfully old-school genius-level investigator who eschews newfangled devices like cars and phones and drinks to dull the incredible surfeit of empathy that lets him operate as Norway's top murder cop. The film lives when we're seeing how Harry relates to the people around him, be his ex-girlfriend, teenage son, whom he still feels paternal affection, his new partner, his long-suffering boss, or anyone else in the quite impressive cast. Well, Val Kilmer and them, they he doesn't relate to him. Like Val Kilmer is dead in this movie
You can bring your lawyer
because
when
he's
you
in the
see me.
past.
Hey, what's that? What? Need to discuss stuff here. We need his permission to search the house. Why'd you ask me about how they stole? There's my picture.
Maybe I guess the guy's just a big Michael Fassbender fan.
And it was an innocent question. Jesus, anyone can see he's trying to hide something.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. This guy's just a big fan of Michael Fassbender. Okay. I'm done. Whatever.
You hadn't told me to look out for it. I had assumed she was attached to the security detail. Not bad. Fantastic.
See, there's IMDb trivia. I know. One more thing. This is all about this fucking red herring about this fucking J.T. Simmons character,
She burned Henry
which really leads to nowhere.
the best friend.
All Val Kilmer's lines are dubbed. Val Kilmer said he had a healing of cancer. His tongue was so swollen, although it's healed. Pretty much his tongue was severely swollen. Tomas Alverson has said that the production was too rushed. He came on board late, reckons that up to 15% of the screenplay was never filmed. Location filming in Norway was shortened so production could move to London, compromise the story. He was not given enough budget to shoot certain scenes. As a result, several subplots in the film are unfinished and never resolved. Characters come and go without explanation, even straight up disappear from the film. Most notable, J.T. Simmons' character. Yeah, his character, he does disappear. Pretty much after the new that girl is dead. Several continuity errors, plot holes. I'm not good at noticing continuity errors, so I'm sure there's a bunch that pass by me. Let's see. Was so Martin Scorsese's name was his name still attached to this? Yeah, it's such a exciting movie. 5.1? This gets a 5.1. Are you fucking kidding me? I would assume a lot lower than that. Why does this get a 5.1? That's too high. Way too fucking high.
Don't worry, I'm getting off at the next stop.
Way too fucking high.
Bergen. Rather you.
What the fuck?
Then again, I am attending a 3-day conference on bioidentical hormone restoration. I thought you were a plastic surgeon. Well, cosmetic surgery needs to move with the times too. We're swapping the scalpel for hormone replacement therapy. If you can slow down the aging process, walking the interface gets slower. I'll bear that in mind. So how's the prescription then? Sleeping like a baby. Splendid. So you cancelled the OLED thing.
Huh.
The school trip. Weren't you supposed to? Shit. I'm sorry, I'm sure it's fine.
Says here, near the end, when Harry Hole has figured out who the killer is, he calls his police detail to have them track his cell phone signal. They come back with a location, plus the color and model of the car the phone is traveling in. Yeah. I think about it. How the hell would they know the... I'm gonna have to look for that.
Did you hear from him? Why can't I go? Can I go with you?
Go! Hi, Oleg, it's Matthias.
Okay.
I forgot to check my messages down.
Okay, enough of this. Sorry, I figured I'd give some info since the movie ain't gonna fucking do it. So he's just staring off. It's supposed to be artistic. Just showcasing how he's away from his ex-wife and his son. Or, I mean, the boy that he cares for. I mean, we're over an hour in. What am I supposed to gather from this movie? Like, really, if we're really, truly being serious about this, like, what are we supposed to fucking gather? Like, what? Fuck's sake. Who gives it? Fuck you. You ain't saying shit to me, man. Because you don't mean shit to me, so you ain't saying shit to me. Fucker. You kiss my ass.
Harvey still worked for the fact that he was bright, ambitious. My father really believed him. Business wasn't going very well, so we offered him a stake. Within a year, he had forced us out. Sold the lot, we had bought it.
Sorry, now I'm trying to listen to the dialogue. Sorry, I'm gonna do some real quick as I'm watching. I'm still watching. I'm just trying to do multiple things at the same time. God, this is a boring fucking mystery, man. Jesus Christ. I never read the source materials, so maybe the source material is worth the shit. I don't know. Change the name of the character. Have a more comprehensible plot. Don't hire people who clearly are severely ill. So the killer came in and the shit was melting or not all the way melted. Let's have a cup of coffee in your hut. God, I forgot that was... Couldn't they get someone that kind of sounds like Val Kilmer? Like, seriously? They get someone who sounds like he's 70 years old. Right them over there and get a fucking... Why is he doing this? So Val Kilmer, while some people are having a birthday party, decides to go out the window, come by, squeeze it like it's a dick on the window, then keep walking. Fucking.
They had this cabin up on the coast. This building that got smashed. It was probably built in a shelter tower. Boxes on the floor. Then a black coffee room. Maybe he was trying to sober up after all. You didn't check. The cabin was locked from the inside. And he looked like that when they found him. There wasn't anything to
Yeah, that's Toby Jones, I know that.
Did he have any family? Wife who left him when he was like killed himself? And his daughter. You know where she is now? On a cliff. Is the cabin still there?
So, okay, this is what I'm talking about. We just saw Michael Fassbender talking to someone. Then very quickly we see someone get the top of their head blown off, and the killer puts a fucking snowman on top of it. A snowman head. Number one, if you're watching this, it doesn't... You probably would not even know that was supposed to be Val Kilmer's character. Even if you did, it's so random to go from present, boom, we're at the flashback, then present, and there's no discerning video, audio, filter, black and white, showcasing that it's a flashback. It's as if we've cut to another scene, but you don't know it's a different time, you know, it's a different timeline, so to speak. It's a different frame of time. And so the killer puts this snowman head for who? The fucking hell? It's going to melt by the time anybody finds this head with just this left. And you put again, blew the top of the head off. He puts a snowman's head on it. He leaves. We even see that it's melting. By the time anybody sees it, this fucking thing will have melted. So why did he put who did he put it for? Himself or for the audience? For the audience. So like he's doing stuff just for the audience to see. And that's what he does with some of the snowmen. He does shit for just us, the audience, to fucking see. By the time the cops get there, the entire thing would be fucking melted, and no one would be the wiser that there was a fucking snowman head on top of it. And that's what I'm talking about. It's about shit that doesn't make any fucking sense. That's still... I'm going to make a snowman. I'm going to put it on this guy's head because there's no head there anymore. And it's melting. And by the time a cop comes, it will already melt. So no one saw the fucking thing anyway. I'm going to leave a calling card but the calling card will be gone by the time you get there, so what was the fucking point of leaving it? Oh my god. And that's what I meant before. Sometimes he does this shit that no one would be able to fucking see. And it looks goofy too. Like a B-movie horror comedy, not something to be taken seriously. Fuck, man. I got like 40 minutes to go. 45 minutes to go. Fuck, man. I don't blame this on Sherlock Bond. Again, I appreciate the paid request. I blame it on the movie. So if I'm yelling at the movie. I blame it on the movie. Blame it on the rain. Yeah, yeah. Gotta blame it on something. So yeah, that's the place Val Kilmer's character died. Val Kilmer is this girl's father, and she wants to know who killed her father, but she's never going to know this because she gets killed too. And it's like, really, at the end of the day, this whole point about finding out this girl is the daughter, it's pointless because she just ends up getting killed anyway as she's going on this red herring side plot that goes nowhere because J.K. Simmons' character disappears and he had nothing to do with this. He had nothing to do with the killer. It was all so you just go, wow, that was fucking pointless. And it's not like the character's interesting or intriguing or funny or scary or suspenseful or give a shit-itis. I'm just sitting there going, she thinks this guy just has something to do with... I think it's just a big, giant, false lead. Now, who is this? Now, a snowman out of the blue. A snowman that apparently no one else fucking noticed. Okay, it's the girl, I think that was the one little girl's mom, I believe. And there's her, like, body parts. There you go, go watch Body Parts with Jeff Fahey, man. Much better movie. Much better movie. I mean, not to mention Seven, Resurrection. There you go, with Christopher Lambert. I've heard it pronounced Christophe Lambert. Resurrection, go watch. You don't know what Resurrection is? Look it up. Resurrection, 1999. Much more interesting movie than this. About a serial killer that is killing people because he wants to replicate the body of Jesus Christ. Yeah, an interesting plot. Much better than this. A suicide. What was a suicide? I mean... And then very quickly we got like a cigarette that we've never seen before or after. Just, boom, there's a cigarette. And then, like, where was that cigarette? It just seems like randomness. It's like if I'm doing a review and all of a sudden it cut to over there showcasing the remote control lying on the bed. And then cut to this. You're like, Well, you see, you're supposed to figure that out. It's the controller on the bed. It's like, okay, yeah, but thanks for, like, confusing me for a moment. You know what? You should have these, do commentaries for these bad movies, like The Stars, and be, Michael Fassbender, you do a commentary on The Snowman, and you tell me what the fuck happened. You tell me what happened, and what was supposed to be, and not supposed to be. Just like someone involved with that fucking Cats movie, do a commentary on Cats. This is what it was supposed to be. Oh my god, look, this is what it is. That should be a new thing. Like, take this big, notorious... Like, Robert Downey Jr., you sit down, do a commentary on Doolittle. Explain to the audience what the fuck happened. I'd pay to listen to that. I think a lot of people would. Oh, he's found this girl again. Yeah, whatever.
I know how much you want this, but you can't force the pieces to fit.
Well, as Harry Hole says, you can't force the pieces to fit, which makes sense because it's not J.K. Simmons, and she's forcing it to thinking it's J.K. Simmons, and it leads to her death because of her obsession. I guess maybe that's the point of her story, and then she ends up dying just like her dad did.
I think either of us do for sure.
Also, the fact that the killer is connected to Harry Hole, where it's like it's his ex-girlfriend's boyfriend, and just like, oh wow, you didn't know that, and it was under your nose the whole time. And he just dropped a cigarette. See, then the confusing thing, like, you see him dropping cigarettes, but then, like, the killer will just have a cigarette, or supposedly the killer. I'm so fucking bored. I'm bored. Because I don't care about Harry Hole. I don't care how shave the shit then. Shave it. Get someone to shave it. Get a girl. Get a guy. Get both to shave it. Some people, that's the kink. Shave the shit. I don't care. Smooth, not smooth, whatever. Now again, we had some random fucking person playing in the snow. Who the fuck was that? Again, you talk to the girl, then you cut to someone in the snow doing this. Now you cut to Harry pulling out a gun. Now this. Who put a face on the other side that no one's going to be able to see the fucking face. And now there's Harry with headphones. And to be fair, there's a lot of there's a lot of these movies where the killer's right under the hero's right under his nose. Fuck is this now? Oh, that's his girlfriend. Ex-girlfriend. Now we cut to the other girl about going to see J.T. Simmons. I'm sorry, director. It doesn't seem like there's more. It seems there's a lot more than just 15-20% missing. I think with that 15-20%, it still would have been a shitty movie. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Some directors, they fuck up. They fuck up sometimes. I love John Carpenter, but I don't like The Ward. And John Carpenter is my favorite director. Do I like The Ward? No. I mean, it's better than this, but no, I don't like The Ward. I miss Toby Hooper, but he also did Spontaneous Combustion and Night Terrors, whatever the fuck that was called. Directors I like. John McTiernan. I like John McTiernan. But he did the Rollerball remake with Chris Twine, the lesser Keanu Reeves. Sometimes directors fuck up. Martin Scorsese, I don't remember all of his movies. I liked a lot of his movies. Wolf of Wall Street, Goodfellas. But I'm sure there are people that will list, oh, this is not a good, good fucking Martin Scorsese film. If you're wondering what that is, it's a ceiling fan. It's like, is that a bunch of bugs? No, it's the ceiling fan. This is hot. Hot, 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 hot. I just want to suck your dick. J. Jonah Jameson. 3 J's. You jumping Jonathan jerk off. I want to suck your J. J? Yeah, because it curves like a J. Don't you see my lipstick? My lipstick for your dick. Okay, you hick. Take a pic. Hand or mouth. Now it's time to go south. Right? Right. Van Damme agrees with me. That's why Van Damme is stone-faced, because he's as excited about this movie as I am. Right? Right. Maybe I'll do that. I'll start talking to Van Damme. Don't this movie suck? Yeah, this movie sucks. The type of movie that's black silk underwear. That's it. Is it all this? Like, I remember now. This is all a big. It's her missing her ex-boyfriend, which is Michael Fassbender, cut with this other girl and this big false lead red herring, which is going to end with her getting killed. Because he wakes up and thankfully he looked out the window and thankfully he sees that this one car has a fucking snowman face on it. What if he didn't look out the fucking window? Even if he did look out the window, what if he didn't look at that car? What if he looked over here, looked over there, then left? Sorry, excuse me for my burp. My little fart. Come on, do something. There's a hot chick there. At least take a, yeah. Take a fucking dander. Fucking hell, man. This fucking movie. Bullshit, all of it. It's bullshit, all of it. The cabin, the ministers, the guys do your dirty work. Those are assets, expendable assets. User get the job done, got it? It's bullshit, all of it. I don't know why, that's like one of my favorite moments line-wise in Predator. I don't know why. I think just the way Arnold is bullshit, all of it.
Where are you? I just tried calling on the landline.
Ah, it's that popcorn music. Ringtone.
Yeah? Because I phoned Eric's parents, but nobody...
And that's the killer.
I found him. He was
I mean, that is the killer. Spoiler alert.
Are you okay?
You know what? I'm gonna look up a list of mystery films. Right? A list of mystery films. And mystery films that are better than this movie. If you want to see a good... well, that's subjective. If you like the film, that's fine. You start my phone again, and then I turned it off. Because I didn't want to watch this movie. It's too young. Phone's too young to watch this. Service disabled, yeah. With this movie, I'm sure it disabled it. Disabled the fucking service in your brain. Your brain cells have been interrupted. Dr. Matthias. Oh, he doesn't know that it's the... they either got switched or something. Like the guide gave him these pills. I forgot what the fuck the pills did, honestly. Okay. Fucking type. Did the fuck up. No, not Mystic River. Mystery films. List. Fucking phone's too fucking small for my fingers. Yeah, fat fingers. I mean, he's got, yeah. This the mysteries. Let's go in 1980s. Look like the girl from The Weakest Link. At least the older one. Oh, yep, this girl gets fucked over. And J.T. Simmons has disappeared. You're not going to see J.T. Simmons anymore. Yeah, and the killer fucks her up, and...
there can only be one winner.
So, the killer somehow knew she was there, and followed her, and killed her. And then got her body out with no one noticing. And it's not even part of his MO if his MO is going after mothers. If it's going after mothers, then it's not even his MO. He's like, just followed her and... So mystery films, Dress to Kill, Blowout. Yeah, I agree with that. Better than this. Body Double. Great movie. Clue, yes. Better than this. Manhunter, yes. Angel Heart. Yeah, I guess kind of mystery, yeah. Yeah, Who Framed Roger Rabbit is a better mystery than this. Sea of Love with Al Pacino, yeah. Basic Instinct, yeah, it's better than this. I'm not a fan of Rising Sun. That's a film I've tried to like. What do you mean you try to like? I mean, I try to like it because I like Sean Connery, I like Wesley Snipes, as I outgive the past because I like these two actors, but I can't give the past anymore. Just not that good, but still better than this. Striking Distance, yeah. Color of Night, Sally, yeah. Even Jade, yeah, Jade is better than this. Money Train, better than this. Usual Suspects, better than this. Kiss the Girls, yeah. Oh, this is where he deletes all the footage, the files. Gets her fingerprint. Oh. Rear Window. Yeah, that's where he sees the snowman. Like, thank God he saw that. It's fucking snowing, because he could have gone out there and the snow would have covered it, because it's still snowing. It's still snowing. If he went to take a fucking bath, it would come out and there'd be no fucking snowman, so none of this would be on point. Her head falls off, right, or something? Yeah, her finger's missing. Well, that should take care of the stupid fucking tablets. Just like, yeah, the killer could just cut your fucking finger off and take care of it. So don't have that fucking thing anymore with the tablets. With the fingerprints. They don't fucking work, obviously. Sorry, I got a link. Someone ran a 35mm trailer of Demolition Man, and it has footage not in the movie. Again, the title of it is Running a Demolition Man 35mm film trailer from 1993, where he shows it on a projector. Pretty cool. Sorry, I better get back on this. Sorry, I apologize, Sherlock Bond. Fucking little girl, annoying little shit. Oh yeah, because this is the guy whose wife, died earlier. We barely fucking remember that now. Does it just seem so haphazard of a editing? I almost barely remember. Yeah, why did it have to be an identical sister? By the way, what was the point of the whole identical sister thing? Like, what was the whole point of that? Why were they? It seemed like the whole point. It seemed like there'd be a bigger deal with the fact that they're identical sisters, and one died. But there was no reason for it, just because. Oh, it's an identical sister. Is anything done with that? No, just because. So then it just makes you think, Where's that leading to? And nowhere. Just like most of this fucking film, it leads to nowhere. This whole fucking film is a road to nowhere. Fucking hell, man. The whole fucking movie is a road to nowhere.
I said I'm coming. You never called.
Is Snowman back?
Yeah, it's pretty adamant at this point that this guy's the killer. The way it's staged, the way it's set up, the way he looks. Okay, J.T. Simmons has barely been a thing, and there's no other suspects. The Breaking Bad, the cleaner guy, he's disappeared. It's like that guy's pretty much disappeared. J.T. Simmons has disappeared. And we got, about 20 minutes of the movie left. I forgot how long the end credits are. Hopefully long, so that then I don't have to watch the credits. That's a nice Humvee. How the fuck did you afford that? Big fat yellow Humvee that like Arnold Schwarzenegger would drive. Here's all the people I killed.
Ole. So I keep waiting.
We barely even had any scenes with this son character, man. Is this like the first time we've seen this kid? 'Cause I don't remember seeing him earlier. Maybe we did, I don't know. What was the point of that edit? What was the point of that edit, man? What's the whole point of this fucking movie, man? Why was his mom and him begging for the asshole to go and chase after this abusive asshole? Why did the mom go catatonic? Why did she go catatonic and drive into the fucking river? Not only would it kill her, it would have killed her son. I guess that's the point, is that now he's against bad mothers, because he thinks of her as a bad mother. I don't fucking know, man.
It is a red Volvo registered to Matthias Lund Helgesen, Rutgam 2421. The house is pretty remote. There's an access road, but that's it. There's a
I guess, with the, the IMDb trivia mentioned the goof of how do they know the make of the car. Well, I would assume the cell phone would be linked to the person, and the person would be linked to, well, look up the person's name and then what their car is, and that's how they describe what the car is. I would assume that's the case.
He was sent to an orphanage.
Here you find out he was the kid at the beginning.
Who led the investigation into the woman's disappearance? Some local talent in the village nearby. What's his name? Jonas Lund Helgesen.
He is a doctor, so that's why he has all the supplies, all these little things to knock people out, little cartridges. You know, you could call for backup, but what do I know? I'm sorry I'm not saying much. I don't know what else to say about this movie. I guess it's not a completed film. It's poorly edited. The plot is a lot of fucking questions that will come up during this as to why did this happen? Why does that happen? Why does this other thing happen? False leads, characters that disappeared, the cleaner with the Breaking Bad cleaning outfit, the the J.K. Simmons character, Val Kilmer being completely dubbed and looking very sickly because he was sickly, so you should not have hired him. I'm sorry, you should not have hired him in the first place. There's nothing to it. Like, even, like, the two or three, like, the three or so positive reviews I found on this. Oh, Michael Fassbender, there's nothing to him either as a character that you haven't seen in countless cop movies, TV shows. There's nothing to this other than maybe if you're a big Michael Fassbender fan. I mean, believe me, there's a lot of these type of films that don't work. Whiteout, remember Whiteout with Kate Beckinsale? You know, movies like that. But there's a lot, that do work. You know what? I would even go... I See You, aka Detox with Sylvester Stallone. That has issues with editing, but that film has a more interesting story. Yes, a more comprehensible plot compared to this. Much more comprehensible. A much better cast. A stellar performance by Sylvester Stallone where he goes through all the ranges of a character from humble and funny to haunted and suicidal to just shocked and then numb and then anger. I see you, you see this. And then that has a good cast. Tom Berenger, Robert Patrick, Courtney B. Vance. Has a good score. It's not 2 hours long. Even that wonky editing is better than this.
What's the drag for Sylvia Officer to kill her unborn child simply because she couldn't keep track of who the father was?
She couldn't keep track who the father was. Hates his mom, kill other moms.
Maybe she was afraid. What about you, man? You have a woman in that house.
Maybe that was what the mom was doing. Like, I'm going to kill both of us because you should not have been born or something. I think they're...
Because I'm selfish. And I am. There isn't enough room for that.
I mean, it's an interesting device. Be used in a better movie. Like, that would be that's an interesting device for a killer. This thing, this wire, you do this, cut like hot knife through butter. Wish it was in a better movie. Much better film.
Last question. This boy, he doesn't even know who his father is.
What's the fucking point?
Decided to put up with so many men like you.
I'm sorry I'm not saying anything. I get to the hour and 50-minute mark. I'm just numb and done.
Why don't you ask him?
That's where he gets his finger cut off. He's missing a finger on his left hand. I guess he technically does something here where he helps, save these two. So technically he's done something. I didn't notice. Apparently, the trivia says he had all his 10 fingers when he's helping get this duct tape off. Random Snowman, just to remember what the title of the movie was. It wasn't scary the first time we saw a snowman. It's not scary the last time we see a snowman. I'm sorry. Snowmen are not scary. Snowmen are not creepy. They're just not. Sorry to burst some bubbles. But maybe they need burst. I don't know. And that is an issue when you cut someone's finger off. You gotta, with the continuity of every shot, you gotta make sure that finger is missing. Every shot. This guy's a shitty cop. Just Winston, he just goes into wide open range and then gets shot. Because he's a fucking idiot. But the killer could just raise his gun up and shoot him. And then go back and kill them. He could do it now. He could do it now. He'd do it now. You don't even have to walk, man. Just raise your gun and shoot. It wasn't your mother who didn't want you, it was your father. Still doesn't explain why the mother was this catatonic lady. He's like, I'm going to drive with my son into the fucking lake. Yeah, it does seem like she didn't want him. Why he had to keep walking. As I walked to this X in the... X marks the spot. Just walked here and then... And then Michael Fassbender's acting as if he knew it was going to happen. I'm sure actors like Michael Fassbender do this and they just hope there's going to be this box office hit and series of films where I'm going to play this character. Like Morgan Freeman did it twice. Kissed the Girl's A Long Time a Spider. But no, that wasn't the case. Because the movie sucks. Yeah, I'm sure you got hypothermia. This is where he takes a new case. Just guess this case reinvigorated him and now he will take cases. And hopefully the next sequel we get to see Michael Fassbender take on another case. He gets the boss a cup of coffee. Gives a shit. Yeah, I'm not watching the credits. This movie, it's boring, it's slow, it's tedious, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Blowing people's heads off and putting a snowman head on for... By the time people get there, would have fucking melted off. The snowman just seemed like not an afterthought, but just... Shit, it's the title, so put these random shots of snowmen that, barely any of the characters even interact with. And by the way, snowmen are not scary. False leads, characters disappearing, Simmons, Val Kilmer being fucking completely dubbed. He was too sick to do the movie. Should have known that. And casting. And characters you don't give a fuck about. A mystery you don't give a fuck about. A pacing is 2 hours too long. Movie fucking sucks. Frosty the Snowman's fucking ball sacks. And they melt in your mouth, not in your hands. So we'll see you guys later. Thanks once again, Sherlock Bond. And take care. Bye-bye.